I tied up right now? Why the hell am I? Oh, god damn it. Ah, shit, here we go again. Listen, I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. But I swear to God, if this is about your wife, I had no idea. I really didn't know that she was married, okay? I promise, it's not my fault, please.
I don't know what you're talking about. Here to play a game.
You want to play a game? First of all, what is it with that voice? Are you supposed to be Jigsaw or Batman? I don't really understand what you're saying. Your voice isn't really that clear.
You're gonna pay for your crimes.
Pay for my crimes. What exactly are you talking about? Where are you? Where are you hiding? Where's that voice coming from anyway?
You're never gonna be able to find me. There's no escape either. How dare you close down Sleep City?
Listen. It's about that. Okay, well, here's the thing. Sleep City's closed. There's a pandemic going on. I'm not sure if you heard, but every non-essential service is required to stay closed for business until the foreseeable future. So, it's not really possible right now for me to open up and have customers. You understand?
I don't really care. You're gonna pay for your crimes, one way or another.
Well, listen, pay for my crimes. I mean, I didn't commit a crime. I'm just following the instructions of the government. You know what I mean? I really don't have a choice. I would love to be in business if I could.
I don't care about your excuses.
All right. Well, you know what? I'll tell you what. How does this sound? You let me go. Preferably with my life intact, and I will open up Sleep City. Just for you, and I will give you an exclusive session, private session, free of charge. Free relaxation session in exchange for my life. How does that sound? Does that sound good to you?
Yeah, okay, that sounds pretty fair.
That's great. I'm glad that we could reach a mutual understanding there, wherever you are. I was a little worried, this isn't the first time Georgie's been kidnapped, so, it's a little bit, scary for me. So whenever you feel like coming down and untying me, I can open Sleep City back up just for you, for one night only, okay?
Okay, I'll be right down.
Good. I really still don't understand why you're using that voice, but okay, great. Jesus Christ. You scared me there a little bit. I wasn't expecting you to get here so quickly. Yeah, I just opened up the place. I set up my utensils, my trinkets and whatnot, but I did not expect you to get here this quickly. Gotta say, you drive a hard bargain, though. There isn't that many people that would be able to get Georgie to open Sleep City back up during these trying times. But, you kind of forced my hand there a little bit. Yeah, you kind of kidnapped me, so, I think all things considered, giving you a relaxation session for free and keeping my life is, well, that's a fair exchange, I would say. Beggars can't be choosers. I respect the hustle. I do. And, I'm a little relieved that you're not the other guy, with the wife, because at some point I'm going to have to deal with that in like 3 months or so. Yeah, that's going to be a thing later I'm going to have to worry about. So at least that's later and not right now. But anyway, welcome to Sleep City. My name, as you know, is Georgie. This is my establishment where we help people relax, relieve stress, relieve anxiety, fall asleep, put away all the troubles of the world. As you know, there's a pandemic going on right now, and it's kind of stressful and whatnot. So Georgie is here to help you fall asleep. Even if you did technically kidnap me and threaten my life, but it's okay. I don't hold grudges about stuff like that, like bygones be bygones. Water off of a duck's back, water under the bridge, pish posh, whatever you want to say. I don't really know. But you get what I'm trying to point out here. I don't hold grudges. Georgie doesn't hold grudges. It's not that serious. It don't really matter. It don't really matter. It's fine. It's fine. I understand. You had the best of intentions. So it's okay. That's fine. But anyway, please have a seat. This is on the house, free, in exchange for my life, of course. And I'll help you fall asleep. You may have noticed I have a microphone right here. That is so that you can hear me a little bit more clearly, a bit more, what's the word? So my voice has a little bit more punch, more electricity. Put on the headphones at the table there, and I will be talking to you as I tap on different objects. That's just how I do things. That's how Georgie does things, I like to have a little bit of interaction with my customers. With my customers, I like to make them feel at home. I like to give them that East Coast hospitality, you know what I'm saying? So please have a seat, and I'm gonna grab my stuff real quick. We're gonna start off with one of my personal favorites, of course, controller sounds, because I love controller sounds. They're fantastic, and I think you'll like it too. So give me 1 second. I got several controllers actually, so we're gonna compare and contrast how they sound compared to one another. It's gonna be a good time. So this is the PlayStation 4 controller, of course. We're all very familiar with it. I have a special Modern Warfare 3 edition that I got for Christmas many moons ago, and makes it a standout. It's a nice looking controller, but it makes even nicer sounds. So here we go. And of course, as I mentioned, Georgie's going to be talking to you periodically, checking in, making sure that you're doing okay, of course. That's what I like to do when I'm poning noobs, playing a little bit of Call of Duty. Just like, yeah, take that, 13-year-old, bam, bam, bam. Pew, pew, pew. And, the 13-year-old tells me that he banged my mom, and then we have that whole conversation. That sort of thing. But it happens, 13-year-olds, they're going to be that way. You don't even want to know what Georgie was like when he was 13. I was something else. As the people in the South would say, I was a hoot and I was a holla. I think that's what they say. I'm not really sure, but they say something like that. Excuse the noise above me, by the way. Mr. Chow above me, the Chinese place down the block closed down, and so he's home every day, and he makes noise constantly, Fights with his wife a lot, shit like that. I don't know. Just like, I can't go to work, you stupid. You get several expletives after that, which is true. You can't go to work. They could, stand to treat each other a little nicer, I would think, but it's not my business. This shirt, yeah, I like it. It's a good movie, V for Vendetta. V for Vendetta. It says disobey, and trust me, the irony is not beyond me. The fact that I am doing the opposite of that right now, but Georgie is a very humorous guy. I appreciate the ironic, You got a favorite video game by any chance? It's not a bad one. It's not a bad one at all. I got plenty of favorites. Yeah. Plenty of favorites. I'm being silly at this point. All right, you ready for the next controller sound? Like I said, I've got several, and they're all really, really good. So, hold on one second. By the way, one thing that I would like to ask you before I get, do you want some gum? Dainty nice, 40 minutes, fresher breath. After chewing, apparently, so you know, we'll hold them to that, but no? Okay. Do you mind if I chew some gum? All right, cool. Some people don't like it, and if you don't like it, then, you know, you don't like it. Sorry. Gonna have myself a... How long was I knocked out, you know? My breath is a little, you know, it's a little not fresh. That's what I'm saying. This gum ain't that great, but whatever. Sega Genesis controller. Yeah. Not the official controller now. You see, I got this like special edition Sega Genesis console, but it wasn't really a Sega Genesis. It was more like a collector's edition thing. And it had several Sega classics, and this controller came with it, obviously, to play. But it's not really a console. It's more like an emulator. It's weird. I don't know how to describe it, really. Yeah, well, you know, the classics are, in a lot of ways, a lot more charming than, you know, games that come out today. Games that come out today, you know, there's all the bells and the whistles, fancy graphics, fancy sound effects, phenomenal voice acting. You know, I get it, but, you know, out of these games, the heart and the soul is gone, you know? Not all the games, of course. You know, you got the Witchers of the world, the Skyrims of the world, phenomenal games, but a lot of games come out and penny pinch try to load you with microtransactions and things of that nature, and you know how that goes. Nobody wants that. Just want to play a good game that they like. Exactly. How are you doing so far? Told you I was gonna check in on you. Let's get on to the next one, shall we? This is a Logitech controller. Preferably, you would use this for like a, you know, if you're playing games on the computer, on your Steam account, you don't want to use your mouse, you know, you're a console loyalist or whatever, you can get one of these bad boys, plug them into your USB drive, and you're ready to be off to the races, so to speak. So this makes good sounds too, don't it? Yeah. thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know how, but I'm able to maintain my muscle mass in some way. Georgie used to work out prior to all this craziness, but as you know, the gyms are closed. So, I'm running, I'm doing ab workouts and stuff, a lot of cardio, but no weights at all. So I don't know. I mean, it's been a month, so muscle mass doesn't really go away that quickly, but surprising to say the least that I've maintained it for as long as I have. Probably because I have worked out for most of my life, so there's scientific studies. Georgie reads. I read too. Yeah, I'm not just some kind of East Coast meathead or whatever. I read sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. And studies do show that if you're an athlete, if you work out regularly, as the West Coast elite would say, it takes longer for your muscle mass to vamoose, to go away. So that might be why, but I don't know. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Let's be real. Take my words with a grain of salt. Several grains of salt. I'm having fun. Yeah, Sleep City's been open for a few years now. You got Mama Luigi's down the street. They sell pizza, pasta, all that good stuff. You got a Chinese food place, as you know, my upstairs neighbor. You got a Turkish food place. There's a lot of places. Really good food. I like to consider myself the place that people come once they're done eating, when they're in the food coma, so to speak. I'm the prime location for that. All right, let's on to the next one, shall we? Let's see what we got going on over here. This is where you PC car down the street. This is where your PC people get really excited because check this out. Got my mouse here, my Razer Naga mouse for gaming. Good for MMORPGs, really. Let me hold this wire real quick. Sounds really good, don't it? Kind of sounds like you're popping, like bubble wrap, but really quiet bubble wrap. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, historically, it is true. Sleep City has been for men, ASMR for bros, ASMR for men. There was the one time Thanos came in here. You probably saw that on the news. He wanted a haircut. He was gone. Shortly after, there was a guy named Cyrus who claims to be some sort of traveler, going from parallel universe to parallel universe. I don't know whether I should believe the guy or not, but he's been here several times. But recently, we decided women deserve to get a manly haircut experience too, a manly relaxation experience, a very bro-like sleep session, Because some women are bros. There ain't no way about it, you know? Some women are down. They're down, they're one of the guys, one of the bros, and they should be allowed to come in too. So Georgie got to thinking, why not have ASMR for bros and ASMR for brosettes, right? What's a brosette? Well, you know, it's like a female bro. You got bros who are down for anything, and then you got brosettes who are also equally down for anything, you know, just as equally cool as the bros. Sometimes better because they're nice to look at. Don't mean to, you know, objectify anybody, but I'm just saying, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. What I'm trying to say is Sleep City is welcome to everybody. There ain't no discrimination. Everyone is welcome. You know, historically speaking, women were always allowed to come in here, but it was just marketed a different way, you know? I was marketing this place for men. But it's not like I was gonna kick women out if they walked in. They just never did till I switched my branding. So there you go. Why not double the revenue? It only makes sense. I'm gonna put this away, and I'm also gonna take the gum out of my mouth because it's getting a little obnoxious, you know. We don't need that. Take this out. All right. Next, we're gonna talk about some more video game related things. I'm gonna be tapping on one of my favorite games, Red Dead Redemption. Number 2, of course, recently came out, 2018, I believe. And that was a good game. Who doesn't want to play as a cowboy, you know what I mean? It's only natural. Outlaws for life. That's what it says on the back of the case. One of my favorite games, but it isn't my favorite game, you know? Like, I got plenty of games that I prefer over this. This is good for like a one-time run-through, you know, but there isn't a lot of replayability. You know, like, take Skyrim, for example. Skyrim has, you know, so much replayability because you can play the game a number of different ways. You can go through the main storyline, you can go off and do side quests, you can be a warrior, you can be a mage, you can be a shopkeeper. You know, it really depends on what you want to do. So, and then, let's not even get into the mods that are available for this game. The people that mod this, like, they make Georgie feel like a chimp. Let's just put it that way. And that's putting it kindly. I feel so intellectually inferior looking at what these people do with their mods. It's crazy. They basically create a new game. It's amazing. It's unbelievable. And, you know, you got mods that will literally add to the game too. Revamp the graphics, revamp the sound, you know, just, they'll even alter the AI. Yeah, they'll alter the goddamn AI. So animals will behave a different way, people, guards, NPCs, whatever. It's crazy. The Witcher 3 is an awesome game. I love it. It's awesome. I beat it once, I'm trying to beat it again. You know, I really like the universe, the storytelling. You know, The Witcher 3 feels very much like a novel come to life. And it's based on a novel, so it makes sense. But it does feel like you're playing a virtual book in front of you because it's just so detailed, so crisp. There's so many things that are, you know, just in the game for you to explore. And there's so much attention to detail. It's phenomenal. It really is. So, this is Red Dead Redemption 2. Sorry I'm talking about other games. I apologize, Arthur. Hope you don't take it too personally. You're a good character, a good game, but you know, you're not my top 3. Let's put it that way. Maybe top 10. Maybe. But you know how it goes. But I bought this game, right? And I got it as a gift, and I got something special that came with it as part of you know, it was like a Christmas thing or whatever. I don't really know, but let me show you real quick. This is pretty cool. You're gonna like this. You're gonna like this. So check this out. This is a Red Dead Redemption 2 collapsible shot glass. Yeah. Bet you didn't even know this thing existed, huh? It's based on what you would use in the game, and it came with the game. So let's see what that sounds like real quick. You okay over there? You look like you're dozing off. I mean, that's good. You should be. I promise I'm not gonna call the cops on you. Like I said, bygones be bygones. Georgie doesn't hold grudges. That sounds pretty good. Now, this is a shot glass that collapses down neatly to keep your spirits up wherever you like to imbibe. So, let's open this up real quick. And let's take a look, shall we? What do we got going on over here? All right, nice. So it is actually, you know, I might actually put this on my keys now that I think about it. It's like a... Let me take this out. And let me put this over here because it's got my hands full here really quick. So let me move this over. So keychain part, I'm going to put this over here as well. And then here it is. This is the collapsible shot glass. Let's get it right in your eyesight there. But it's really cool because it kind of looks like it's from the 1800s. You know, it looks and it feels like it's from the 1800s. It even has that texture. You know, try it. Yeah, see? It feels like it's very like rusty and dry. You hear that? The way it sounds, that's how it feels. It's very, very neat. Has a nice sound to it too. Yeah, it's quite interesting. So let's open this up, shall we? If I even can at this point, I don't know. Maybe I won't be able to. Hold on a sec. Well, this is embarrassing. I don't think it's gonna open, so we're gonna have to just close it. and leave it alone because it ain't gonna open. But just imagine what it would look like as a shot glass. That's all we can really do. Next, we got my boy Vegeta. Now, Vegeta is a character from Dragon Ball Z, and that's one of my favorite cartoons / animes as a kid. Still to this day, I get down with some Dragon Ball Z, so I can't really complain with that. You know, Dragon Ball Z has been my favorite for as long as I can remember. This is a Funko Pop. Yeah, it's got a little, little Vegeta back when he came to Earth as a Saiyan, as a enemy with his little scouter, and he's got his tail back here, so it's a real throwback for you Dragon Ball Z veterans out there. But I'm not gonna tap too much on this because I don't want to mess up the color, and the coding and stuff, because it is for display. But you kind of caught me by surprise by kidnapping me, so I gotta pull into the reserves. You know what I mean? So I'm just messing with you. It's okay. It's totally fine. Georgie is totally cool with him. Georgie's a fast tapper. That's just what I like, You can go with the slow tapping. Wow, my foot just cracked. It's one of those days. But, you can just find someone else if you don't like fast tapping. I'm just kidding. I'll tap slow if you need me to. It's okay. But, it gets boring. And, that is Vegeta. My man, Vegeta. My man, Vegeta. You can't go wrong with Vegeta and Dragon Ball Z. And, last and definitely not least, we've got a book that I read probably about a year ago or so, give or take or give. I think that's how the expression goes. I'm not really sure. Point is, though, this is World of Warcraft. I know they've got novels. Jaina Proudmoore, Tides of War. Tides of War. This is a New York Times best-selling author, apparently, Christy Golden. So she writes the books for World of Warcraft. So if you don't already know, World of Warcraft has a ton of novels that are in between the expansion packs that tell the story of certain characters and what's going on in between the expansion packs. And as you can see, it's quite thick. That's what she said, but it's quite thick. This is 360-something pages. I read all of it, but it's a little beat up, but it's a good book. And you really get an insight into the character, Let me read the synopsis for you. The ashes of the cataclysm have settled across Azeroth's disparate kingdoms. As the broken world recovers from the disaster, the renowned sorceress lady Jaina Proudmoore continues her long struggle to mend relations between the Horde and the Alliance. Yet as of late, escalating tensions have pushed the two factions closer to open war, threatening to destroy what little stability remains in the... And then it cuts off, kind of a cliffhanger there, you know what I'm saying? Dark news. Almost dropped it. Dark news arrives in Jaina's beloved city, Theramore. One of the blue dragonflight's most powerful artifacts, the focusing iris, has been stolen. To unravel the item's mysterious whereabouts, Jaina works with the former blue dragon aspect, Caligos. The two brilliant heroes forge an unlikely bond. Ooh, what does that mean? I think we know. During their investigation, but another disastrous turn of events looms on the horizon. Garrosh Hellscream is mustering the Horde's armies for an all-out invasion of Theramore. Despite mounting dissent within his faction, the Brazen War Chief aims to usher in a new era of Horde domination. His thirst for conquest leads him to take brutal measures against anyone who dares question his leadership. Alliance forces converge on Theramore to repel the Horde onslaught, but the brave defenders are unprepared for the true scope of Garrosh's cunning and deceptive strategy. His attack will irrevocably transform Jaina, engulfing the ardent peacekeeper in the chaotic and all-consuming tides of war. That's good, yeah. Not my favorite World of Warcraft novel, but it's up there. Jaina's one of my favorite characters. But Arthas Menethil is, that's my boy right there. Great story, great fall from grace, all the perfect puzzle pieces to a well-balanced, interesting character. And, yeah, that's all I got this evening, my friend. Thank you for kidnapping me and forcing me to open up Sleep City for this evening. You know, I understand you had to do what you had to do to get your relaxation session this evening, and I can respect that. As a connoisseur of relaxation, I respect that greatly. So I hope that I was able to help you relieve stress, relieve anxiety in these trying times. I know that there's a lot going on, and just know that Georgi and Sleep City are here for you when you need them. Of course, preferably don't kidnap me next time. Just call me up, send me a text, walk by my apartment and stare at me through the window, whatever you want to do. Just don't kidnap me next time, you know, just as a favor to me and my family, because they're freaking out right now probably. They probably called the cops already, so we're going to have to figure that out. But I digress. Thank you for coming to Sleep City, my friend, and hopefully the next time I see you, this will all be but a distant dream, and we'll be back running with business as usual. I can only hope, you know, pinch me. Hopefully this is a dream and things will resume as normal. But if not, then hopefully they'll pass soon enough, and we can get back to life as usual. So thank you for coming to Sleep City. Have a good night, my friend, and I will see you next time. See you later.